90% of all startups fail. With the statistics like that, it's surprising that people continue to step into the game, hoping that they will beat the odds and become the founder of the next billion-dollar startup. If you are one of these people, you are probably betting on coming up with a fantastic idea and then putting in the hours and sweat to make it a reality. Now here's the bad news. Having a great concept and a strong work ethic alone won't guarantee success. There are a variety of other factors at play, from where in the world you find yourself to how your mind works, all of which mean that the best idea doesn't always win. But there's also good news. You may not know it yet, but you have an unfair advantage, a quality or asset that can push you closer to success. Once you identify your specific advantage and learn how to use it, you will be in a prime position to build the startup of your dreams. So to help you find your unfair advantage, today I am going to share with you some of the best smart ideas from the book The Unfair Advantage by Ash Ali and Hassan Cuba. So without any further delay, let's get started. Smart idea number 1. Whoever you are, you have an unique unfair advantage. For some people, the advantages are obvious ideal circumstances like wealth or good looks. A great example of this is Evan Spiegel, the co-founder of Snapchat, who became a billionaire at 25. Raised by wealthy lawyers who were friends with successful business people, Spiegel had access to money, funders, and mentors right from the get-go. Spiegel's Snapchat idea was definitely innovative, but it's easy to see how his advantages helped the company succeed. Does this mean you won't be successful without wealth and connections? Absolutely not. There are many advantages that just are not as obvious as a big bank balance or friends in the right places. Think of all the rags to riches stories you have heard, or consider the story of Ash Ali, co-author of this book, The Unfair Advantage. Ali grew up in an area of Birmingham, England, where drugs and gangs were the norm. He dropped out of high school, and while his peers were getting degrees, he worked at an office supply store. But Ali had something going for him. He was a natural entrepreneur who had been coming up with ways to make money from as young an age as 13. When a friend approached him about building an online shoe shop when he was 19, Ali was all in. Never mind that it was 1998 and e-commerce was practically non-existent. Ali got to work teaching himself about building websites. Eventually, the pair had a fully operating online store with visitors and orders coming in. This kicked off Ali's career, and since then, he has founded several startups and become an angel investor. So whether your advantage is wealth like Evan Spiegel's or a hidden talent like Ash Ali's or something else altogether, success is a matter of identifying it and then putting it to use. Smart idea number 2. Money isn't everything, but it definitely helps. Have you ever thought that starting a business would be easier if you had more money? Well, you are not exactly wrong. Money is a big advantage when starting a business. That's because for most startups, the profits only start coming in later down the line. In the meantime, the business needs to stay afloat, and the founders and the employees have to eat and pay the bills. So having a pile of money on hand definitely makes a difference. A general guideline is to have between 6 and 18 months worth of funds, although having more obviously wouldn't hurt. For example, when Jan Koum founded WhatsApp, he had an incredible $400,000 saved from his job as a developer. If you are not exactly rolling in cash like Koum, it's alright. Wealthy connections are also potential investors for your startup. Mark Zuckerberg took advantage of this possibility when he raised $50,000 for Facebook from friends and family. While money plays an important role in getting your startup off the ground, it also gives you something to fall back on in case things don't work out. Wealthy people can literally afford to fail or lose their investments without their lifestyles being affected. That's why they are comfortable taking bigger risks. Now if you are thinking, hold on, I don't have massive savings or a rich uncle I can call, don't worry. It's still possible to start your business without access to a colossal pile of cash. Try focusing on a business that requires minimal capital upfront and can gain paying customers quickly. For example, an online store can be perfect for this purpose. Another option is using the strength of your startup idea to get investors interested. In any case, money can be extremely useful. But don't abandon your startup idea if you are not wealthy. Smart idea number 3. EQ and IQ both are important for a successful startup. We all remember the kids back in school who could learn a lot and learn it fast. As startup founders, those kids have a leg up because learning whatever skills they need for their business idea comes easily for them. For example, let's consider the story of the Collison brothers, co-founders of online payment company Stripe. Thanks to their incredible brains, Patrick Collison and his brother John had launched 2 tech startups and were officially billionaires by the time they could legally drink. Patrick learned how to program when he was just 10 and created a new programming language at 16. Not to be outdone, John got the highest possible grades at the end of high school, grades he didn't really need since Harvard had already accepted him. But starting a successful business isn't only a matter of good grades and IQ points, it also includes EQ, that is understanding about the world and the people in it. Do you have friends who are great negotiators, know how to handle people, and just can't be fooled? If so, you might want to take notes because these skills are great for business. Not convinced? Consider Nikola Tesla, the genius inventor behind remote controls, radios, and robots. Thomas Edison once offered Tesla $50,000 to improve his motor and generator designs. But when Tesla delivered, Edison said he was joking and refused to pay up. Despite his incredible knack for technological innovation, Tesla died with no money because he wasn't savvy enough to capitalize on it. Smart idea number 4. To find your unique unfair advantage, put yourself in your customer's shoes. You can get valuable insights by putting yourself in your customer's shoes, as Will Shu did by riding around on his workers' bikes. In the early days of his food delivery startup Deliveroo, Shu spent 9 months making deliveries on a bike to understand every detail involved in providing his company's service. By going undercover, he learned about the challenges delivery riders face as well as the obstacles encountered by restaurants and customers. Your strategy toward gathering insights doesn't have to be as immersive as this. You can simply observe and speak to your customers in order to learn about their experience and start diversifying the solution they need, and this will give you a huge advantage over your competitors. Smart idea number 5. Location and timing are essential for startups to become successful. I was just at the right place at the right time. You have probably heard a few people say this when talking about their success. It can be discouraging if you are working on making it big yourself, but there is some truth to it. Think of Silicon Valley, known for its countless startups like Google, Apple, and Facebook, 3 of the highest valued tech companies in the world. Many startups aspiring to be the next Apple or Google make Silicon Valley their base. When you consider the perks of the place, it makes sense. While neighboring universities churning out world-class research in science, technology, engineering, and math, companies have a wide and deep pool of talent to recruit from. The area also abounds with potential investors. Big venture capital firms have been in Silicon Valley since the 1970s. In 2017, the area received almost 45% of all venture capital funding in the US. That's pretty mind-blowing, considering that it takes up less than 50 square miles. So it is clear how location can be an advantage. But what about timing? Well, there is a time for everything, and this applies to startups too. Even a good idea can flop if it's introduced too early or too late. You can see this in the fact that Dropbox, which has over 500 million users, wasn't the first cloud storage startup to come along. An earlier one failed in the 1990s because internet connections were not fast enough. It was the same great idea as Dropbox, just too early for its time. Smart idea number 6. Who you are and who you know are 2 biggest unfair advantages. If you go to an elite university like Stanford or Harvard, the people you meet there can play a significant role in your success. Think about it. The sky-high tuition fees at these schools mean that many of the students are very wealthy, and your future investors could be among them. Not only that, you might meet your co-founder on campus, as in the case of Bill Hewlett and David Packard, who met at Stanford and later started the IT company Hewlett-Packard. Now picture this. You are standing in line waiting to get into a nightclub. A local celebrity breezes past the line, nods at the bouncer, and is allowed to walk right in. No questions asked. This is the power of status. It helps you get in and not just to nightclubs. Similarly, having one of those elite university on your resume can give you many unfair advantages. Having good relationships with the right people always comes in handy for business. As in the case of Snapchat founder Evan Spiegel, leading venture capitalist Peter Wendell introduced Spiegel to Scott Cook, co-founder of software company Intuit. Cook eventually became Spiegel's mentor and even gave him funding for Snapchat. Now you don't need to be as lucky as Spiegel to tap into the benefits of knowing the right people. If you find yourself in the right space, whether it's a school, workplace, or even social setting, you can build a strong network of connections that can help propel you to success. Just remember that for these relationships to work, they need to be genuine. So take the time to nurture them and look for ways that you can help your new connections while they help you in return. As the author said, an unfair advantage is simply the element that gives you an edge over your competition. Now if I sum up this whole video, then today we have learned these smart ideas. You can pause the video and take a screenshot. If you are an aspiring founder who want to build your startup on solid groundwork, then I would suggest you to read this book, The Unfair Advantage by Ash Ali and Hassan Cuba. You can buy this book by following the link given below in the description. At last, a little request to you. If you have found this video useful, then please share it with your friends and family, because in this way, you can also help to change someone's life. Thanks for watching. More wisdom, more solution, better life.